She wanted kids, and it scared me. I'm pretty sure I broke her heart.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things only adults notice in teen movies.
Just ignore him.
Sweet. You couldn't ignore me if you tried.
For this list, we'll be looking at moments, scenes, and themes from teen movies that look one way to a teenage audience, but come across a whole lot differently when you're older. Which of these moments changed your initial perspective? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Number 10. Cameron's severe anxiety and depressive moods. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. When Ferris Bueller fakes being sick so as to take his titular day off, he gives his best friend Cameron a call and tells him to come and enjoy the vacation day with him.
Hello?
Cameron, babe, what's happening?
Very little.
How do you feel?
Shredded.
At first, Cameron refuses, saying he's very sick, but he eventually gives in to his persuasive friend. While younger audiences might take Cameron at his word, adults watching might be more likely to notice the depressive moods that afflict him throughout the film, identifying his illness as one that's perhaps more mental than physical.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
Even Ferris can't help but admit his friend might be suffering when he goes semi-catatonic at one point.
I think Cameron might have blown a microchip or two. He's always been a little keyed up. All I wanted to do was give him a good day.
Number 9. Peter B. Parker is very relatable. Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse. Not radioactive spider bite required to relate to Peter B. Parker in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, because it isn't his superpowers that adults will connect with, but rather the existential crisis he's having.
Did you know that seahorses, that they mate for life? Could you imagine a seahorse seeing another seahorse and then making it work?
When he was younger, he was out there falling in love and saving the world. Anything was possible. But as life got harder and bad times hit, his optimism waned, and so did his faith in his path.
I broke my back, a drone flew into my face, I buried Aunt May, my wife and I split up, but I handled it like a champion.
Teen viewers generally haven't experienced the exhaustion and cynicism that comes with getting older, but adults around Peter's age, yeah, very relatable. Minus the web slinging, of course.
With great power comes
Don't
great...
you dare finish that sentence. Don't do it. I'm sick of it. Well, my advice, go back to being a regular kid.
I don't have a choice.
Number 8. Stalker with a boombox. Say Anything.
You could stand outside his window with a boombox in the air.
That's from Say Anything.
Look, I'm a lonely guy. I watch a lot of movies.
The boombox scene at the end of Say Anything is one of the most famous in the history of the rom-com scene. But is it really that romantic? Let's not forget that when Lloyd shows up, Diane has already broken up with him.
I love you, okay?
What is that? What are you doing with your hands? Talk
Don't-
to me.
don't
One
be-
party and you're talking like that girl Sheila.
Don't be mean. This is hard for me, too.
Sure, he thinks that she still loves him, but does that really make it okay for him to come to her house uninvited, blasting the song that was playing the first time they slept together? You gotta admit, that's standing right on the line of creepy stalker behavior. Number 7. Depression surrounds Ladybird. Ladybird. Ladybird is about a teenager trying to get along with her mother and fit in at school. You know, struggles all teens can relate to. However, adults taking a wider look at the film may notice broader themes, like the mental illness in the adults around our protagonist. There are the obvious examples, such as Ladybird's dad, who is on medication to treat his depression.
Is Dad depressed?
Why do you ask that?
The pills, they have Dad's name on them.
Dad's been struggling with depression for years.
But there are also subtler insinuations, such as Father Leviatch, who can be seen crying at one point.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Lady Bird's mother certainly has her own struggles as well, dealing with her husband's mental health and the family's financial woes.
Your father doesn't have a job. He lost his job. Do you need him to come in here and explain that to you? Of course, he probably wouldn't anyway. He's Mr. Nice Guy.
Lady Bird herself remains mostly unaware of the adults around her, so it makes sense that younger people audiences might as well. Number 6. The Lorings. Juno. Jennifer Garner and Jason Bateman play Vanessa and Mark Loring, the couple hoping to adopt Juno's baby in the 2007 hit film.
I was born to be a mother. Some of us are.
How about you, Mark? Are you, looking forward to being a dad?
Betcha. Yeah.
From a teen perspective, it's probably easy to see Vanessa as a nagging wife trying to control her husband, while Mark is the cool guy who loves music and relates better to younger people.
Vanessa gave me my own room for all my stuff.
She gave you your own room in your whole house for your stuff? Wow, she's got you on a long leash there, Mark.
But, seen from the perspective of an adult, things look quite different. Rather than a nag, Vanessa is the grown-up in the relationship, mature and desperately ready to be a mother.
We're ready. We've read the books. We've taken all the classes. We have a nursery that is completely...
Vanessa, I know we're prepared. I'm just wondering if I'm ready.
Mark, on the other hand, is a confused and immature man-child, a point the film also plays out visually, with the character dressing more and more like Juno as the film progresses.
Your shirt is stupid. Grow up. If I have to wait for you to become Kurt Cobain, I'm never gonna be a mother.
Number 5. Were they too mean to Regina? Mean Girls. As the leader of the Plastics, Regina George is the meanest of them all, and naturally we want to see her pay in some way.
Oh, this is Susan from Planned Parenthood. I have her test results. If you could have her give me a call as soon as she can. It's urgent. Thank you. She's not going out with anyone.
So when the other girls turn the tables on her, it's easy for us to believe she's getting her karma. Flash forward a few years down the line into adulthood, and the question that comes up is, were they too mean to Regina?
Somebody told him about Shane Oman.
Who?
He said some guy on the baseball team.
Baseball team?
I gave him everything.
While some might point to the expression an eye for an eye, the one that seems more appropriate is, two wrongs don't make a right.
Gina, you're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday.
So?
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
There's no doubt the fact that Regina needed to be knocked down a peg or two, but in doing so, the other girls just become Reginas themselves. Number 4. The webcam scene. American Pie.
Man, if you don't have the guts to photograph a naked chick in your house, how the hell are you ever gonna sleep with one?
I don't like the kid, but he's got a point, Jim.
For obvious reasons, the American Pie webcam scene was a seminal movie moment in the lives of the younger generation in the late 90s. But watch it now and your reaction might not be the same. It's more than just a super duper creepy non-consensual voyeurism of the whole thing.
All you gotta do is set up some sort of private link or whatever on the net and tell me the address.
You can send me the address too. I'll save you a seat.
There's also the blatant sexism it exposes. While Jim has his own embarrassing webcam experience, the incident doesn't really cause him any problems. Whereas exchange student Nadia, who was unaware that she was being recorded, is sent back to her home country.
Hey, you think you still got a chance with Nadia?
No. Her sponsors here saw the thing on the net. I really don't think they liked it. How do you know that? She's already on a plane back home.
And don't get us started on the fact that she still stays in touch with Jim after everything. Number 3. Bender doesn't deserve Claire. The Breakfast Club. Look, high school hasn't got any easier, and much of what resonated about the Breakfast Club back in 1985 still hits home with the youth of today. However, there is one thing that's often overlooked by those caught up in the romantic trope of bad boy Bender getting together with Princess Claire.
Were you really disgusted about what I did with my lipstick?
Truth?
Truth.
No.
Is that relationship really one we should be pumping our fists in the air about? As you may remember, Bender spends most of the movie bugging and talking down to Claire.
Claire.
Claire?
Claire. It's a family name.
Oh, it's a fat girl's name.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not fat.
Well, not at present, but I could see you really pushing maximum density.
And while the old adage that boy bugs girl they like might be true, it doesn't make it right, especially when the people in question aren't 5 years old. Mean isn't charming.
Face it, you're a tease.
I'm not a tease.
Sure you are. Sex is your weapon. You said it yourself. You use it to get respect.
No, I never said that.
Number 2. Noah's emotional abuse. The Notebook.
You want to dance with me?
No,
Why not?
because I don't want to.
A man asks a girl out and she says no. Then, while she's on a date with another man, he ambushes her and threatens to throw himself off a Ferris wheel if she doesn't agree to go out with him. So, she says yes.
Well, don't do me any favors.
No, I want to.
You want it.
Yes!
You want it. Say it.
I want to go out with you.
Say it again.
I want to go out with you.
All right, we'll go out.
If you didn't know that the guy was Ryan Gosling and that the scenario was from The Notebook, you'd be just as likely to think it was the opening scene from an episode of Law & Order, SVU, and that it was followed by a restraining order.
Yeah, I wanted to clear that up with you because I'm really sorry about that. It was a really stupid thing to do, crawl up a Ferris wheel to talk to somebody, but I had to be next to you. I was just being drawn to you.
Arm twisting and harassment might seem romantic when Ryan Gosling does it, but rest assured such actions are most certainly not outside of rom-com territory.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Toxic masculinity. The Kissing Booth. They say love is blind. Well, the Kissing Booth love story will certainly blind many younger viewers to the hard truths adults are more likely to notice.
Things couldn't stay the way they were forever. But whatever happened, I knew there was a part of me that was always going to belong to Noah Flynn.
Early in the film, Elle is inappropriately touched by a classmate, Toppin. Her best friend, Lee, and his older brother Noah decide to defend her honor, as it were.
No. Noah! Stop! Noah, you crazy!
She then agrees to go out with Toppin, but he stands her up because jealous Noah has declared her off limits. Elle isn't so much a full-fledged character as she is something to be gawked at, protected and possessed by the men in her life. At one point, Lee even refers to her as a thing.
Noah has gotten everything that he has ever wanted. The only thing that I had that he didn't was you.
Anyone else throw up in their mouth a little?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.